Hey everyone, I just wanted to announce that seed starting for me has begun, and every year I start seed starting with artichokes, and so we're heading into mid-January here, and so it's about right time to kind of start artichokes from seed. So they're the first things that I plant. The next things that I'm going to plant would be leeks. But yeah, what you see here is the cell tray. I'm starting seeds this year. In the prior years, I started seeds in the greenhouse, and if you went all the way back to last year's videos, you'd see me starting seeds in the greenhouse. But I'm trying to do seed starting this year in the basement with lights. I had all these lights available from when I used to start seeds in the garage before I ever had a greenhouse, and I just feel like starting them here in the basement might give them a better head start because of the warmth that we get here. And even though it's artificial light, even the fluorescent lights are more consistent lights. So not super exciting, but yeah, I'm using some artichoke violetto, globe type artichoke. This is from Territorial Seed. It's one of the varieties. I have just a plain globe artichoke variety that I'm also going to plant, but yeah, I'm just putting the seeds in these cell trays. This is also different. The instructions always tell you to put them in 4-inch pots, put several seeds and then thin out to the one that survives kind of thing in 4-inch pots, and that's what I've done in prior years, but I'm going to try it this way. I'm going to try it in these smaller to see if I can get them to sprout and grow some roots, and then maybe pot them up and see if that works okay for me. So yeah, that's what I'm up to here. In terms of the seed operation, you can kind of see over here the lights. I've got these set up for peppers. I've probably talked about that a little bit before. And then behind me is kind of where I'm going to be putting some of the seedling trays here. So that's that. Talk to you later. Hey, what's up there? Hey, this wasn't what I was planning to work on today, but I'm like I often do in the garden. I have a tangent that I'm going to work on here. Behind me here are a bunch of pots that were basically things that just didn't go last season. So I just haven't cleaned them up yet is what's happened, and so I need to clean them up. But what you see behind me here is a pansy. And so, yeah, this one's come out. It's kind of looking good here in January. I'm going to go ahead and take this and I'm going to put it over here in my one of my flower beds out here. Yeah, why not? Why not give it a chance and see if it'll thrive on me here? So, over here, I'm going to plant this up right over here, underneath this tree here, and yeah, we'll see if it does okay there. Hi. Well, this week one of the big projects for me is seeds. So seed starting, and I'm as I've kind of said in a couple of videos now, I'm doing the seed starting down here in the basement rather than in the greenhouse. It's staying about 69 to 70, well, between 68 and 70 degrees down here without any additional heat, just the heat from the house and the way the house is set up. It's just naturally doing that. So, and I've been surprised, I mean, before I talk a little bit about the seeds, I've actually been surprised at how much how the peppers have been doing. I've also got some eggplants overwintering in here that are kind of surviving, but yeah, the peppers, I've actually got fruit going on, and these are just like fluorescent shop lights. They're nothing special. And the habaneros, these small little chilies are doing really well. The rest, I don't have a ton of fruit going on. But really, yeah, the plants seem to be surviving quite well here with the warmth and what little bit of light I'm giving them with these fluorescent lights, these just basic standard shop lights. The problem I've actually had is keeping them watered because it is relatively warm down here. I forget to come down here and water. I think there'll be less of a problem now that I'm in the seed starting phase of the season. I'm going to be down here a lot doing seeds, and so I'll remember to water. But these things probably need to be watered at least every 3 days, and I've been barely watering them once a week. And so what stress they've been under has actually been because of a lack of water, not because of a lack of light, which is, yeah, it's just, the whole thing's surprising me. I've never tried to overwinter pepper plants like this before, so I'm just quite impressed with how well they're doing. The little shishito peppers actually put on, and I didn't watch them all the way through, so I'm not sure exactly what to make of this, but they had put on a bunch of fruit, and then the little shishito peppers had actually put on a bunch of fruit, and then it shriveled up and turned red. I think because I let this get really dried out. I mean, I just watered these yesterday and they're already getting close to dry. So my theory every 3 days is probably wrong. It's probably at least every 2 days. I mean, these are pretty small pots for plants that are going to be close to getting over a year old in the next month or two. So probably their root systems are sucking up a lot of moisture. I find that when a pot's too small, the water gets used up right away. So yeah, so that's what I'm up to. In terms of actual seed starting, I'll kind of take you back over here. This is the sink area. This is where I'm starting seeds. Well, actually, why don't I show you my little seed starting area here. I'm not starting my seeds right here, but this is where I've got some of my tools and everything. This basement was just full of junk over a little over a month ago, so I had to basically clean out the basement, make space for myself. This old desk area was already here, but I just had it piled full of stuff because I really wasn't using the basement for anything. And so basically reclaiming the basement. These are the these are the seeds for this season. These are all the flower seeds on this side, and then these are the vegetable seeds on this side. I have these little labels here to show to have kind of what to separate them out. I've got different vendors, but primarily I use, and I probably said this in a prior video, primarily I've got seeds from Botanical Interest and seeds from Territorial Seed, and then I've got some other kinds of places I've tried ordering seeds from in small quantities in this last month, just to try out some different vendors. So I've already planted, so far at this point, we're mid-January, I've already planted kind of the standard green globe artichoke, an artichoke called Violetto, which is a globe artichoke with somewhat of a purple hue, but not a fully purple artichoke as far as I understand. I planted leeks. I'm planting this variety, the King Richard leek, which I planted. I just planted this last week. And in terms of the leeks, artichokes, you don't get a lot of seeds per packet, so both of these packets together filled up about one 10-20 tray. I've did 2 10-20 trays of leeks, and I'm now in the process of doing shallots and onions, which I can give you more info on as I get through that. So what I'm doing now over here is in this area, I'm planting my seeds, and I've only planted about half of these Ambition shallots seeds. So I'm planting these, then I'll be planting some more different kinds of onion seeds. And that'll probably round out today because I only have about an hour that I can spend on this today. I've got other work I have to do, unfortunately. Really want to spend more time on this, but yeah, that's kind of my that's always my challenge this time of year, is busy in my day job this time of year and busy in planting seeds this time of year, and I gotta balance the two. I just noticed as I'm doing this though that I'm using the selfie camera for doing this, and it's showing the words backwards on on this thing, at least the way I look at it. So I'll see in editing whether it shows them backwards for you all or not. But sorry about that. I keep showing you packets and the words may be all backwards on us. But using the selfie allows me to see how I look easier as I'm shooting this. All right, I'll see you guys next time. So check out my baby cauliflowers here. I actually saw these a couple weeks ago, so they were in this state by the beginning of January, so yeah, I mean, I guess my sense is that they're not going to get any bigger before they rot from the water, from being just waterlogged and stuff here in a Portland winter. So I'm thinking about just harvesting them as super baby cauliflowers and going ahead and having at it. Hey, so here's a quick view of my progress on the pergola shed siding slash potting bench project. Obviously the potting bench hasn't been started yet, but roof is on the pergola. That was done. You might have already seen that in previous videos. And now the siding, I put new siding up, some new plywood sheeting underneath it where it needed it as well. And I would say I didn't do the most professional job. I don't think the the roof line and the base line was necessarily level to begin with. And so yeah, there's some noticeable errors in there, I guess, if you're a craftsman. But heck, this is a storage shed, not for the garden. It's not the Taj Mahal, so I'm pretty much okay with it as long as it's functional and it doesn't look terrible. And I think it's looking okay. You can see behind me over my shoulder there's a pipe that pipe was already there because there was already an outdoor sink here, and that's basically what I'm going to hook up the new outdoor sink system to. I'm kind of debating with myself whether I need to dig that down and kind of make sure that there's no leaks or anything with it, because it's rather old. I don't want to do that work, so yeah, I guess I'll make a game time decision as to whether I'm going to do that extra effort. But it seems like now's the time rather than waiting till I have a potting bench in the way. But all right, well, that's it. See you guys later. Hey, quick update. I was actually able to excavate the pipe back here, and yeah, it actually wasn't that far down, so it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, because this was all kind of sand under here, because this is where there was a bunch of pavers. I took out all the pavers, by the way, because I'm going to put down just plain cedar wood chips across here. I think that's easier, and we'll keep everything nice and dry and clean and not be as much of a hassle as pavers. Pavers can work really well if you do them right, but I just don't have the patience to sit here and do them right now. But anyway, excavated the pipe, and the good news is it looks just fine. I mean, I don't see any problems with it. I mean, the pipe, the metal part of the pipe is maybe older or whatever, but it still looks like it's in reasonably good shape. So I think I'm going to continue using it, and I probably won't fully fill in that hole until I'm otherwise done with some other pieces of it, just in case something's not working out the way I want it to. But yeah, that's it.